Have trade, will travel. Only problem with that is I have to take my tools with me. Now normally if I jump on a plane or a bus or a car or anything to get to work, I'm going domestically. But every now and then it does pop up. I have to fly halfway around the world internationally. Now this brings up a different set of problems. You can't just take your whole 20 kilos worth of tools with you. You have to scale it right down to the bare minimum. And the problem with this is you have to make sacrifices. The tools you come to lean on, your time savers, your life savers, your handy dandy, all these tools. The tools that just make your life easy sometimes have to go out the window. Introducing trusty old green canvas bag. Now there's nothing special about this bag in of itself. It's just a green canvas bag. It's worse for wear, it's seen its better days. We used to have a wood support down the bottom. That's rotted out and died. Fact of the matter is, it still lives, barely, but while it's still going, I won't replace it. As you can see, it's got coming out already. Now before we get into the contents, quick dimensions. It's about 350 long by 200 high and roughly 120 to 140 deep. So that's the sort of dimensions. This is gonna have to go in my bag with all my other stuff and everything that I'm asked to bring with me. We've got a weight limit. We're on an international flight. You can see my best attempts, I've got it down to 6.6 kilos. How this bag's currently packed is nowhere near how I work out of it. It's obviously packed down to make the smallest volume for transport. Into it. I have these pencil cases. You pick up small parts, small, consumables, drill bits, drill pieces, things you find along the way. Obviously you're not going to fly with drill bits and pieces. They're one of the things that you expect to find when you're there. Beg, borrow, scavenge, steal, whatever you got to do, you're going to find them there. And when you do find them, you want to know how to sharpen them and you hold on to them as hard as you can. Next up, I've got some Craft-Rite spanners. Now these obviously replace my big roll that I normally use of combination open end ratchets. These cost me like 30 bucks. They're a very cheap alternative. If they last me the one job, they get my money's worth. And the truth of the matter is, these are replacing my Barco, which I'll put up here or something, that I did take with me last time and are currently in the possession of an Irishman who I hope I will run into on this trip and reclaim them. These get me all the way through 8 to 19 mil with the 4 different heads. So that does me for bolts. Same token, my Wera screwdrivers. So this set is insulated screwdrivers with the one handle. Again, you're essentially just 6 screwdrivers, one handle. Gets a little bit annoying because you can't just have 2 screwdrivers on the go, but the space and weight it saves not carrying all those handles, can't get around it. Next up is my bits. Now these are a bit of a two-parter. With one of these cheapo bit sets, security bit sets, I'll open it up properly. We've got our general Torx keys, Allen keys, all in security, and then some wild random bits there with an extension bar. Nut drivers, I take all the way through to 13 mil. That gets me out of trouble on that size of things. And here in this bag, I have supplementary Torx, security Torx drivers. These come in handy because I don't trust that set in there, and I know I can trust these set. I can put them in a little mini tech gun, whatever, and they're not going to fail me. And if they do, I have a backup. Another pencil case. You always want storage that you can take with you on the go. That adds no weight to the system. My little engineer rule, this lives in my top pocket. You always want to measure stuff on the go. for an extra gram or two, you can afford it. This roll. Now I'll unroll this roll. So this houses my pliers. My 2-size Nipex. This is the smallest set and the medium set that I own, not the largest set. These double up as both my like circular gripping tools and my adjustable spanners. So if these can't do it, 99 times these can do it. And if neither of these can do it, I'll make something that can. My normal pliers, linesman's pliers, there's a lot of different names for these. I'll just call them normal pliers, or my linies. You need something that can twist some cable together. These are the go. These are just my regular pair that I run. These fall under the necessities that I need for my job. My little flush cutters, my Nipex, these getting old and tired. Otherwise, normally I do take a sacrificial pair, which I assume will get used on more than just plastic, but they're there. These are getting on. Cocky beaks, currently they're my favourite cocky beaks. Best shears, best cutters going that I own. You're gonna need to be able to cut through some cable, and you don't always want to be using random crap to do it. Cobras, I run these for anything round that I need a grip. 9 times out of 10 these will do it, but there's certain things that these will have to grip. Once you've got these and these, you can basically bastard your way through anything, as long as you've got something to cut. Sometimes you need to pull stuff out. These are again another necessity. You can get by without these, but when you need these, you bloody need these. So I run them. And sharp beta pair of pliers, sideys. I mean, these are long in the tooth, they're still sharp, they're still cut, and I'm happy to use these for anything. Now, I never take the best creme de la creme of my tools with me, because sometimes they're going to get used outside of what they're designed for, and I accept that they're going to take a bit of damage. So everything here I'm happy to, in a pinch, use a knockometer. There's a bit of a pry bar. It's all part of the course. It's taken with me to make me money. This isn't my normal toolkit when I've got every single tool for the job. This is like, you know what, I will leave it with this. I will use them to bash a nail in, or you know, whatever. Tucked away in here. My little Savage level, one of my favourite levels going. You cannot beat the magnets in these things. It's still plumb and it's still true since the day I bought it, which would have been like 3-4 years ago. And the added conduit, and you just can't go past it. Little Savage levels, best level going. My knife, you've got your precise cuttings here, and your full Rambo mode here. If something needs to be cut, it's going to be cut with this. So I've got my Pickwick stubby, which has the added bonus of it will receive all of these bits. It comes with some really good quality bits in itself. The Canadian manufacturer, a little family team makes these. I can't recommend them enough. They're not big corporate as far as I know. If they are, take that back, but I believe that it's the family team. I also take their Teeny Turner, Pickwick Teeny Turner. It's got all your little technical bits for getting into little pieces, and I just find this handy not to have. Again, a couple of grams, might as well throw it in. Now my Wera everything drive, it's got the extendable, comes with bits built in. So basically, if I ruin all these bits, and I ruin all these bits, and then I ruin all those bits, I've ruined 3 lots of bits. The job's too hard, it's not worth doing in the first place. Get someone else to do it. But regardless, this not only will take them, it'll take all of these, it'll take all of them. I've got so much customization ahead of me or available to me that if I can't do the job, there's something wrong with me or the job, you know what I mean? I've got the stuff right there. Might not be as easy as normal, but it's definitely doable. Alright. Little 8 meter tape. metric because I'm a pro. This is the lightest version of tape. I mean, I could take this 8-meter tape, but it's almost double the weight, double the thickness, whereas this will do just fine. This is my little 1/4 inch set. Notice I only take the arm, 3 different sizes of deep drive, which is my 8, 10 and 13, extender bar and universal joint. That's all I take. They're the only sizes that I expect to run into in my field, so that's all I carry in this pencil case. And last off, stubby sets of Allen keys and security Torx keys. Metric only. I don't expect to find any Imperial where I'm going. So these cut down the weight almost by half of your normal sets, and you've got everything you need to go, which you think at first would get me out of needing these or the other sets. Not true, because you can't whack these in a drill, you can't whack an extension on these. You have to be able to use these as they are or you're ruined. Again, these are really cheap. I think these cost me like 10, 15 bucks each. So if I'm not getting the leverage on these, I'm not afraid to put a bit of pipe on these or anything cheater bar. If you round out the heads, it's a sacrifice that was needed to get the job done. If I come back without them, I come back without them. They've made me my money the second I get there and the second I use them once. As soon as I've used this once, it's made me my money. I'm happy. I would like to bring it back so I don't have to buy it again, but if I don't, if they die on me, they fail, that's fine. I've never run these before specifically, but I can see these lasting enough. You know, you're gonna get more than the trip's worth out of it. It's a 2-month trip. These are all gonna last me 2 months. The creme de la creme, my trusty Leatherman. Now this normally lives in my belt and isn't really part of the tool kit, but it's in here for transport, so we might as well talk about it. The amount of times this pulls me out of the shit is just unbelievable. I'm currently running the Wave. I just got this back in the post from warranting it. I'm pretty excited about their warranty because I can snap this blade clean in half. This serrate, no, ooh, that's very sharp. I snapped this clean in half, trying to pry out a bearing off a conveyor pulley, and they sent me a brand new one. I sent that off for warranty, didn't make any lies, excuses, just said snap blade, no receipt, no nothing. 1 week later this rocked up, and this is brand new. It's still stiff from factory, so it needs an oil and a bit of a workout before it'll be the same as my old one, but it's brand new. So pretty happy with Leatherman's warranty there. Now, almost as important as the things that I am taking are the things that I won't take. Now, this includes some pretty standard everyday use items, such as like hacksaw or a square. Now, in these cases, I know I'll find these items when I'm there. Like, there is tools there. There's communal tools that will be used as part of the project as a whole that I'll be able to access this sort of thing. Same goes for all my crimpers. Now, they're not going to be the same quality and they're not going to be the same ergonomics, and I'll have to borrow. But if it comes to the stage where I am crimping and I am terminating to give a hand, I'll be able to access them there. Stripping tools, these are a luxury, not going to go with me. If I'm going to cut big cables, it's not going to be with ratchet cutters, it's going to be with big crimpers or grinder or anything like that. Meters, I'll find them there. The tools that I take aren't the be all end all of the only tools I'll be able to use while I'm there. So essentially, the crimpers and the meter are the only things you can't really substitute and create your own. Stripping tools, a knife, good set of pliers, handyman work, like you get by very easily like you've never used them before. The big cutters, in a pinch, you can use a grinder or a hacksaw or anything. I mean, I'm just using the big bolt one, so that's what they'll be supplemented for. These are handy to have, but definitely not necessary. Square, in a real big pinch, I can get one welded up, but I know for a fact that there's communal squares on jobs like these. Like the workshop has like 20 of them, you take one when you need it, when you're not using it, you put it back sort of thing. Hacksaw, same deal. These are all supplementary things that I know I can get my hands on. A decent set of crimpers is a decent set of crimpers. I don't need to take mine. Anything like a file or a large pair of multi-grips or something like that, we're going to find there. It's the tools you have in your pocket and use all the time on you that you have to take, you know? The things you're going to come to rely on, your crutches, not stuff like you'll find a square, you'll find a hacksaw, you know, you'll find that stuff. So I'll try and leave a list in the description of what each of these tools are in case you want to look at them further. I have done some videos myself, so I'll chuck some links throughout this video if you want to go check them out on what I think about these individually. If there is something here you want me to talk about more individually, I will. But there you have it. These are really the top tools that I can take with me. There's no real room for expansion, not with the weight limits that I'm given. So that's it for this. I thought this might be a nice little look to see what I carry when I go on jobs like these. I know a lot of my other tool bag tours are interesting for people to see other people what they carry and all that, so I thought I might make one of these. Later on in the year I'll still do my regular tool bag tour with my main toolkit that I do every year. So far they've been quite popular, so I'll keep them up. This is like a mid-year special one for a special job. As I say, the old green canvas bag, that's all it needs. I mean, I would like to upgrade it, but until it dies, it's gonna keep living. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll leave links to each and every single one of these that I can find a link for you in the description. Shop around, do your homework, see what you can find. Nearly every single one of these tools I can vouch for 100% as being a long-term lasting tool that won't let you down, minus the spanners. They were very cheap, so I don't expect much out of them. These, I don't see you getting more than 6 to 8 months out of these before something fails. I reckon these will start chattering off once they get a little bit of resistance. I mean, Allen keys normally survive longer, but give these a little bit too much and they'll go. So I can't stand by them, I can't stand by them. Everything else I can stand by 100%. So thanks for watching. I'll fade in my regular outro and check out some other videos. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a like and all that stuff, and cheers for watching.